Welcome to the short video for GCSE Citizenship, looking at life in modern Britain, particularly looking at key concepts from this unit. So this is all for part of Paper 2, Section A. So here we go. So this is the Union Jack, this is the flag of Great Britain. Now you can see the flag is made up of different elements. So it's a combination of the English flag, Scottish flag, and it incorporates elements of the Irish flag. Britain is an island, and is made up of loads of key cities, lots of counties, and lots of different countries. So it's a combination of a number of areas. Now, Britain is a multicultural society. Great Britain is multicultural. What this means is that we're a society made up of different people from cultural backgrounds, religious backgrounds, social backgrounds, genders, sexualities. We're a whole big group of different people, all working, living, and socialising together. Now, Britain has two things. We have principles and values. Principles are basic truths. These are ideas which underpin or support or influence the ways we think about society, what we think about Britain, and what we think about being British. Values are standards of behaviour, a bit like rules of behaviour. So how we are expected to treat people, how we are expected to be treated, what ways and things we think are right and just. Now, these come together and are incorporated into the British values. Now, British values were introduced in 2009 by Michael Gove under the Conservative government, and they were reinforced through education and a number of other institutions. So these British values are values we associate with living in modern day Britain. It's a combination of the principles and the values. British values has four elements. We have democracy, which is a political system based on people having the power to decide, the power to vote, the power to have a say in what happens to them, to the country, and who leads it. So having the power to vote and voting in government elections or in referendums or local council elections, this is democracy. Individual liberty is your freedom. It's your freedom to make choices, to make decisions, to live how you want, to do what you want, to worship how you want, to have relationships that you want. That is individual liberty. It's essentially your freedom. But this freedom does have to fall within the rule of law. So the rule of law is the law, the legal system. We have to follow the rules of the land, the rules of the country. And if we come all the way back to democracy, as we take part in voting practices and having a say in how the country works, this influences the rule of law. And last but not least, we have tolerance. Now, tolerance is the concept based on people in a society understanding other people, accepting differing viewpoints, different opinions, and living and working side by side. And it is about unity in the community. Now, as I mentioned earlier, tolerance is key for multicultural society. To have a multicultural society, as we do in Britain, we need to have tolerance. And as it says, a society that is based on tolerance and mutual respect is essential for forming, promoting, and maintaining a multicultural society. Now, these British values, these four British values, democracy, individual liberty, rule of law, and tolerance, they all affect you, the individual at the bottom here. So you have democratic rights. You have the right to vote when you hit the legal age in which you can do so. You have freedoms to do as you want, what you want, have relationships, religions. You have to follow the rule of law, and you have to follow the ideas of tolerance. Now, with the last two, rule of law and tolerance, part of this is enforced through the Equality Act. The Equality Act was brought in 2010, and it's a combination of 116 other little bits of legislation, laws, rights, and acts, which basically protect people from unfair treatment. It promotes inclusion, it creates a fair society, and it prevents racism, sexism, ageism, prejudice against people with different sexualities, different religions, different ethnicities, nationalities. It protects a whole range of individual rights, and it protects people, ensuring that the rule of law and the tolerant society we have is enforced. Now, the Equality Act applies to everyone. So as part of rule of law, you have to follow the Equality Act, and that influences how you would act. Now, as we've gone through all these things, so as a British citizen, as part of the British values, you are influenced by these 4 values: democracy, liberty, rule of law, and tolerance. Now, this is essential in terms of gaining your citizenship and being a citizen. You are active in following these processes. Citizenship also, if you sort of come to the UK from another country, you apply for citizenship. This is essential in providing you with access to democracy. So if you're a citizen of a country and you have a citizenship status and you're legally recognized as an individual of that country, you are allowed to take part in democratic processes. So again, most of you will be given this at birth, but some of you would have to earn it through taking the citizenship test. Now, this democracy is really important because everyone having the right to vote, having a right to say, this is a key part of being an active citizen, taking part in democratic processes such as voting and elections. And that comes all the way right back to the beginning of part of those, what it means to be British, what Britain stands for, and then filters back down to the democratic values and the British values that we've discussed here. So hopefully this is helpful. This is a few of the key concepts that will appear, as I said, at the very beginning of Life in Modern Britain as part of the GCSE Citizenship course. Hopefully these definitions will help you understand, and this may help you understand of how these processes and concepts fit together. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helped, and see you all soon.